Hello, how you doing? I've got a quick tip for you. It's the old faithful. It's the reverse vocal effect. A little pre-delay, that pre-echo that you get just before a vocal comes in. I'm just going to show you. Goes like this.
Honey.
I'm going to show you how to do that with Logic and Pro Tools. So depending on which platform you're using, just jump to the right section. But we're going to start with Logic. Here it comes. Before we start, if you could hit that like, hit that subscribe and a notification bell, and you'll be notified of all upcoming videos. It really does help out the channel, so thank you very much. Also, if you sign up to the mailing list, I'll send you some free stuff, which is all the things that I'm kind of saying up here. You see little things written on the top and stuff like that. You're going to get all that stuff, free stuff. Okay, so first we're going to start with the Logic version. So what I've got is I've got two vocals here. I've got left and a right, which is going to be doubling up this first line.
Honey.
Okay, and these are the two in blue. These are the ones which I'm going to use as my reverse vocal. They are backing vocals, and I do want to keep this as a double. So I'm going to duplicate it. So let's do that quickly. Okay, we've got a couple of tracks. We're going to duplicate those over to these other tracks. Just going to rename them. Okay, there they are. What we want to do before we go any further, before we do any processing, although these are new regions, they're not new files, so we need to make sure that they're new files first. This is something you need to do in Logic. So let's highlight all of these ones which we're going to make new files. Then we're going to do Option Command F. It's going to actually create new files out of those regions. Okay, so now when we make changes to any of these, it's not going to make changes to the original one. If you don't do this step, then you're just going to be making changes to the original file. So you make sure you do this first. Okay, so let's start with this fella here. First, we start by reversing it. So if we hit W, go into the audio panel here, functions, and then reverse. That's reversed it. Lovely jubbly. And now from here, we're going to go to selection-based processing, which I've done a whole video on actually. So go and check that out if you haven't already. Here we go. And I've already actually inserted a little reverb in here because that's what I was going to use. So bring in a reverb, anyone you want to use. I've brought in Chroma because why the hell not? It's very nice. Let's have a little look at that. And what we want to make sure is that it's fully on wet. We don't want any of the dry, we want fully on wet. Choose a reverb which is going to have a little bit of a tail, so the chamber can be quite good because it has got a little bit of length. So if you move that over there, and then let's just have a quick listen to that. So if we hit preview on here. Okay. Now what we're listening for is how long that reverb goes after the audio, because that is what's going to be that tail is what's going to be what's leading it in. Okay, so this is where we adjust how long we want. So you can adjust the decay, depends on what you want. So let's go a bit longer. Okay, that's going to be quite a lot. So I'm just going to back that off a little bit, and we're going to go there. And then we're going to apply that to the file. Make sure you select Add Effect Tail, because the tail is the most important thing that we want from this. So apply. Okay, and now we can go back into our audio panel, which is W, go to functions, and then reverse that again. Now that we've done that, we can bring that into position over there. Okay, and if we listen to that with the other one, you should hear it just fade in.
Honey.
Okay, nice and easy. So then what you want to do is obviously just do that with all the other ones, and then you'll be able to get that same effect. And that is basically it. I'm going to now move on to doing the same thing but with Pro Tools. Okay, so here is the Pro Tools version. So we have the backing vocals here, which we are going to reverse. So this is all of them.
Honey.
Okay, so I've actually got the lead, and then I've got two backing vocals. Don't necessarily have to have the backing vocals, I just wanted to double them up as well. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this one that we are reversing. Okay, so let's just duplicate that track. Okay, and the duplicate is the one that we're going to be working on. So firstly, we need to reverse that. So go up to Audio Suite, reverse. Okay, and then we want to click render. So that is now reversed. Let's listen to that. Okay, and now we apply some reverb. So Audio Suite, just go and pick a reverb. You can even use Deverb. Why not? It's free. It's included. Whack the gain up. Now we're going to choose one which has a little bit of a tail. So church or ambience can be a pretty good start. So let's just monitor that. Just click the little speaker. What you want to do is the delay sorry, the decay is the one which is going to be the ramp up. So that's what's going to be bringing that. The tail is what's going to be leading it in. So however long you have your decay, that is how long you want it to build up for. So it's best to have something reasonably long, like, you know, I mean, that's quite a long decay, but we're going to go, yeah, okay, we'll go with about that. And then if we hit render and now go back and we're going to reverse that, render again. And now we have our affected vocal.
honey,
Try and get that into a good position.
honey,
And then we'll just listen with the other vocal.
honey,
Lovely. Okay, and then if you do the same thing to the other side, because I've got like a left and right, and then you will get the full effect, which we'll just go to in just a sec. And here we are in all its glory. So you've got the lead on the top there. You've got the two doubles, which were that honey line, and then the duplicates, which have been processed just underneath it, and then they've been panned hard left, hard right. So the idea is that you get them coming from both sides to come and get you. So let's listen to those together.
honey,
Quite haunting indeed. Let's listen to a little bit in context.
honey, you're so money.
And there you go. And that is it. Pretty simple. That should work in all DAWs. It's the same method no matter what you do. That's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.